Hey, okay, so we're going to start in about 1 minute. I know I mentioned last week, but I just want to mention again that starting in, I don't know, maybe November, December, whenever the weather decides to get cold and crummy, right now it's kind of perfect. The windows are finally open. The only downside is that they're redoing our entire street. It's nauseating, it's annoying, and a lot of dirt comes in. But that's okay, I'll take it because can't beat fresh air. Anyway, we're going to do so many more videos. We're going to pick up the game. We'll do a whole lot of core. We'll do some cardio. We'll do some strength. We'll do a lot of indoor workouts, something I'm a huge fan of, especially having a baby. It makes it a lot easier to get up. There's no excuses not to get fit or stay fit. So without any more talking from me, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do a slightly different warm-up than what we're used to. I want you to stay seated. Come up on those sits bones, so you're nice and high on those tushy areas. Feet are hip distance, maybe slightly wider than hip distance apart. Take those arms, you're going to reach them wall to wall. Make sure that there's nothing in your way. You're reaching them wall to wall, you're sitting up tall. So this is hard already, right? We're really pulling that belly button in toward that spine and keeping those shoulders lifted away from the ground, but of course away from the ears as well. Imagine that you're lengthening right from the top of the head. You really feel it all across that midsection. A little bit for the low back too. So your body should already start to be getting a little bit warm. From here, it's a nice fluid motion, keeping those arms where they are. We don't let them drag down. We don't hike them up. We keep them straight in that capital T. I want you to twist from that center. Come back to that starting point. You're still nice and tall, right? And then rotate that body to the other side. So the key here is to keep those glutes pressed down into the floor the whole time. You don't want any tushy. Lift up away from the floor. We're going to go ahead and add on as you twist. I want you to bring one pinky to the opposite baby toe and sit back up nice and tall. Lean forward to get a bonus hamstring stretch here. We're still keeping those arms lifted nice and high. You want those shoulders to start to get nice and warm. And we're going to take just one more each side. Good. So that low back should start to feel a bit warm by now. You should feel like you definitely did some work back there. Let's go ahead and press those feet down into the floor. Same thing with the palms. Shoulders are coming right over top those wrists. We're coming up into that tabletop position. You're really focusing on squeezing through the back of the body, squeezing up through those glutes and the small of that back. So imagine that you have something back here that's pulling all the way through the navel and lifting you right up toward the ceiling. Eyes are just a few inches ahead of you. That head should be nice and relaxed, nice neutral spine back there. And I just want you to alternate. Bring one knee in toward the chest, lower down, and drive that other leg in. As you're doing this, try and minimize any kind of shaking from that upper body or from those hips swaying side to side. That standing leg should feel a good little pinch right in the back, right up toward that glute area. We'll take just a couple more each way. And relax those feet, push those hips up, reposition that body, hold here, hold 3, 2, go ahead, relax down. I want you to come all the way down. We're going to roll down nice and easy, one backbone at a time, of course. Relax those shoulders down. Let's take those knees. We're going to draw them in toward the chest. I want a nice 90-degree angle with those hips. Same thing with the backs of those legs. Let's go ahead, take an inhale. On your next exhale, tuck the chin to the chest. Lift the shoulders up and away from the floor. Arms are coming out to your sides. So this is our upper ab curl. We've done this before. Little bit of space between the chin and chest. Eyes are looking right to the belly button. Fingertips reaching far. Again, you don't want to wear those shoulders for earrings. From here, I want you to reach those limbs, opposite ends of the room, swoop around, draw those knees in. We're keeping those shoulders lifted up and away from the floor whole time. Pull that belly button down in toward that spine, really scooping from that midsection. And we go 3 more like this, nice and long, lengthening that upper and lower body a little bit more with each rep. And we'll take those knees into the chest, extend one leg straight out in front of you. Opposite leg looks right up to the sky, holding either on that calf or that hamstring, wherever you're comfortable. And we're just going to take these legs, switching them in, kicking, kind of like scissors. You get a bonus hamstring stretch here. Who doesn't love a bonus hamstring stretch? We all need it. Just a few more reps. Nice and controlled with those legs. Notice that my legs are staying above the floor the whole time. They're only coming as low as that midsection allows. So you're still pressing that low back right into the ground, pulling that navel right toward that spine. We've got 3 more. 2 each side. And let's go ahead and take those knees, hug them into the chest, relax those shoulders down, give a little shake side to side. And we're going to go ahead and roll over onto one side. Choose a side, any side. So usually we do a kneeling for the outer thigh, but I want to actually stay down on the ground this time. So take those legs, hips once more 90 degrees, nice right angle with the backs of those knees as well. Take that top leg, lift it just above the leg, a couple inches. We're going to take that knee, drive it in toward that elbow. We're pointing those toes away. That leg is angled from that knee to that ankle, and we're extending that leg high. We're driving that knee in toward the ground and kicking that leg out. So you're coming in and out. I call it a shooting star. I don't know if there's actually a name for it. You're kicking that leg on that diagonal. We're really working that outer thigh, that piriformis area, to get nice and warm. And you want that ankle and that knee to stay aligned the whole time. Focus just on flexing through that hip. Okay, we want to keep the rest of that body nice and still. And as that foot comes out, we want that ankle to be above shoulder height. We'll hang out here just a little bit longer. Make that leg warm. Give me 2 more. And we're going to take that top leg, lower it, but not touching that bottom leg. So again, a couple inches, and we're going to lift and lower from here. These are only small openings and closings. When that top leg comes down, we still keep that space. So that's that little bit of challenge there. So lifting and lowering, you really want to pinch that outer thigh, guiding with that nice meaty area of that butt. Then we've got 4 more like this. Last 2. On that last one, I want you to keep it above that bottom leg. Hold, hold, breathe. Keep holding. 3. Hold 2. You've got this. Keep holding. And relax down off. And go ahead and give it a little rub. Let that blood kind of flow back into that area we just worked. Let's go ahead and flip over to the tummy. So my favorite, those heel beats. I want that upper body, one hand on top of the other. Chin, head, cheek, whatever you'd like. Rest it on those hands. Take those legs, lift them up and away from the floor. You want to focus on keeping those knees and those thighs above the carpet the whole time, and quickly beat those heels toward one another. You're pointing those toes out to each side of the elbows, so those feet are making a capital V. Actually, capital V and lowercase v are the same thing. But big V, because feet are kind of big. Nice and quickly, you're really squeezing up through the inner thighs and through those glute muscles. Keep those knees above that floor. Don't let them come down. Lift, lift, lift. Get a little low back action here too. Keep beating. 3, 2. Go ahead and relax those legs down. I want you to take that upper body this time. Bring it right underneath the shoulder blade, or excuse me, bring those hands right underneath the shoulders. Elbows are tucked into your body. Toes are tucked under the floor. Tighten up through the glutes, the hamstrings, the quads, the inner thighs. On your next exhale, press yourself up into a plank position, into that high plank. So we're going to go through a little bit of a series here. If you hate this high plank, you can always drop down to those knees. But I want to target the back of the arms, those triceps. So from here, you're going to lower that body, keep it above the floor, a little bit of space between that chest and ground. Swoop through, press up through those palms. Triceps action once again. Little stretch for the abs, which is good since we just worked those. Tuck Lift those under, lift this. Really reaching with that upper body. Let's press